Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from jazzledazzlecrafts.com. I've come on today to wish you all a happy new year and to make a card to celebrate 2019 beginning. I hope you've managed to spend some time with friends and family, or friends or family. I'm spending New Year with some friends, sharing New Year with some very good friends, and planning to relax. So I'm actually filming this in advance, but I will schedule it to go out on the first morning of 2019. I'm looking forward to an exciting Stampin' Up year. At the beginning of January, I will have been a Stampin' Up demonstrator for 3 years. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love sharing my passion for stamping with others. I particularly like face-to-face, but I really am enjoying doing YouTubes for you and interacting with you, and people send me messages, ask me to do things, and people respond to the things that I discuss in my videos. I do blether a lot, but hey, that's who I am, just a blether. So I wanted to make a wee card today, just to, just so that there's a wee project, because not everyone is busy on New Year's Day. Some people actually get time to craft or just want to craft for a wee while. So here's a wee idea for you, which I will do just now. So it's perfectly fine to send out New Year's cards all the way through January, I think. Catch up with friends, send them notelets and things. So I think, some people might think this is a bit late, but I think it's absolutely fine, and I certainly will be using it as I contact friends and colleagues and family to wish them well for 2019. So I decided to use the Broadway bound suite, and just for a change, there's no stamping in this card that I've got in mind. I have just used die cutting some of the designer series paper from the Broadway bound. I've used some of the dies from Broadway Lights Framelits dies. I've also added in another die set, and that's Celebrate You, I think it's called. Yeah, Celebrate Youth inlets are going to feature in this card too, and that's about it all. So it's fairly simple, and there is no stamping whatsoever. So I am going to be doing quite a few videos over the next few weeks based on things from the annual catalogue. I don't have much of the stuff from the new catalogue yet. It will arrive and I will pop some in, but I have already made the decision that I am going to do a series on standalone stamp sets from or cards and projects that only need a stamp set, some ink and some paper, and I'm going to be doing ones from the annual catalogue mostly. I've already had a couple of requests, so watch this space. I am taking note of what people ask me to do, and I will be following through with that. Okay, anyway, I'm blethering away, so I'm going to put the catalogue away and make a wee card for you. So what about you? It's a time to reflect on the year just gone by, and also a time to make plans and goals for the coming year. Not so much, I don't do resolutions as such, because sometimes that's just setting yourself up for failure, but having a wee idea of where you'd like to be by the end of the year, and what you'd like to achieve. So I'll talk about more and my ideas once we're making the card. So I'll just let you have a quick look at, as you see, I've used this paper quite a lot, the Broadway bound paper. I use it along with our gold foil sheets, so any scraps of either the gold foil sheets or any of the paper I put back in this 12 by 12 pocket, which you can buy in amongst the Memory and More stuff. So if you're looking for an easy way to store your papers, each different suite, I use the 12 by 12 pockets that go with the Memories and More, the scrapbooking and memory keeping things that are towards the end of the catalogue. So for this card, I'm going to put this out the way and then show you. I've got a wee drawer just beside me with all those folders of paper. So I've kind of got an idea in my head here, and I've cut things ready to go just to make it easier. So I've got basic black. I've cut it into, it's a half a sheet. This, for a change, it's cut the short that way, short ways, and folded in half, so it gives you a landscape style tent fold. I've cut a piece of the designer series paper, this nice spotty one, and on the most of the papers are, they're black and gold and foiled on one side, and they've got green and pink and lovely lipstick. I think, I'm not quite sure if this is lemon lime twist or granny apple green, but there's cakes, there's all sorts, there's balloons and all sorts. Have a wee look. That's fab. It's a fab set of papers. So anyway, I'm going to use that as my background. So we'll stick that on first. Here's the glue. Why is my glue? I'm just about running out of glue as well. These holidays are great, but because obviously the depot's our depot's closed as well for holidays. I mean, I think it's only fair they get some holidays too, but it means that we can't get things as quickly as usual, so I'm just having to wait. So I'm just going to layer this onto the base card, and I've cut that at 14 centimetres by 9.7. And then I have cut the word celebrate. I've cut it out in black and in gold. So I'm just going to add some dots of glue. And what I'm going to do is layer them up, and so that the black looks like just a bit of shadow, and it will give it a bit of a 3D look. That's the theory. It doesn't need a whole lot of glue, just on some of the bits. I'm hoping you see that all right. Again, this winter here I'm filming in the dark. Not really got lighting, but do you know what? Nothing will ever be, you know, conditions will never be perfect, so you just have to do with what you've got. So that's what we're doing. So that kind of gives it a bit of a, it lifts it a wee bit and gives it a kind of 3D look, even though I'm going to be putting it on flat. Now the other thing I did is, one of the papers in this stack has, it's just all letters. Not letters, numbers. So I have, sorry, my iPad's playing away there and distracting me. I have cut out the letters for the coming year for 2019. The numbers, yeah. Am I still saying letters? Oh gosh. Not even had a drink yet. Anyway. So, what I did was I cut out this frame from the Broadway bound, well, it's Broadway Lights, the die set is called, and I drew round it onto a piece of black, and then with the black I drew round it, but I cut on the inside of the line so that that will frame onto it quite nicely. So again, I just need some dots of glue just between the holes. Just a tiny wee bit, just enough to hold it all down. This is actually the first time I've used any of these thinlits, I'm ashamed to say. So I'm going to make sure I get them out. There's some great dies in this set. I'll give you a look in a minute or two. So again, using the wet glue, I've got a bit of wiggle room here. Actually still a wee bit too much black here, so I'm just don't know where my snips are. Where have they gone? They were here just a minute. Here they are. Just snip that wee bit off there. There we go. And then got my numbers. I've lost my Celebrate. Where's it gone? I'm having a nightmare. Did anybody see where Celebrate went? Holy. I'm going to have to switch off till I find it. Oh my goodness. I found it, but not without having to take loads of stuff off my desk. It had stuck to the envelope with the paper. Maybe some of you saw it happening and it ended up in the drawer where the paper is. Anyway, let's get back. No card there. Sorry, I took a minute to calm myself down because I was getting really agitated with it. So that's kind of what we're going for there. But what, so maybe I'll glue it down. Do you know what? Let's glue it down. And then it won't go missing again. Again, I'm not putting glue on every single bit, just enough to keep it anchored. And I'm doing it with glue, not dimensionals, because I might want to post it. And it's just better to not have too thick when you're posting. And with it doing with the black glare, that gives it dimension anyway. So I'm just going to stick Celebrate across the top corner there. So you know, we are blessed really to be here for another year. So we should celebrate. So I'm just going to stick the numbers down here. So again, I'll just put some dots of glue on the back of each of them. The glue means I can kind of move them about a wee bit if I'm quick. So kind of in the middle, 2, and put the, come here, the 9 at this end. A 1. I mean, I can move the 0 and the 1 about if we have to. Yep, we do. $2.019. I did fussy cut them. I'm not the best at fussy cutting, but I think it's okay. And then I'm just going to glue that onto my card. It's really quite a simple card once you've cut out all the bits. Just a matter of gluing it all together. And then I used one of the wee dies and cut out a party hat. So I'm just going to use that as a wee accent up here. So again, I will use a dimensional for it. One of the little ones. Put one there, and I'll put a wee dot of glue at the base of the hat so it can stick to the Broadway frame. There we go. Oh, that didn't come off. I'm really not usually that much fuss. Anyway, I'm just going to pop it like that. And I don't know if I've got some, I always think of things afterwards, but I've got some nice of these sequins from the annual catalogue, metallic sequin assortment. And I've got my wee tool here. So, see if I can open it without spilling them all over the craft room. Right, so where's my glue dots? I didn't get them out ready because it wasn't actually on my plan to use them, but here's some here. So, take the, oh, there's some on the outside, right, we'll use them first. Okay, so got our putty tool here, which supposedly makes it easy, and I haven't actually made much use of this. So, let's see. That didn't work. Oh well, let's see if this works. There we've got a sequin, a copper one. That works better for me. Just pick up a glue dot and see if you can get it to stick to a sequin. There we go. I suppose you could just do that as many times as you feel like. Let's see what else we can get. So have you thought back to where you were at the beginning of 2018? Let's get a black one there. I've got several there. I'm just going to stick them down. Whatever one is really stuck to, it'll stay, and the rest might come off. Oh, it'll just stay like that, that's fine. Let's put one more for good measure. So my goal, whether I achieve it in 2019 or whether it takes maybe longer than that, whether I achieve, is I at the moment I'm a silver demonstrator, which means I do have a small team and I've reached a certain amount in customer sales. My next step is to be Silver Elite, and that's where I'm aiming at the moment, to be Silver Elite, which is the next step up. So again, that means I have to, you know, work a bit smarter and make plans to try and achieve it. I'm going to work out what I need to do to achieve it, and then break that down into smaller goals, and I'm going to work towards that. I really appreciate everybody's support by watching my videos, by sharing them with your crafty friends. Everybody helps in their own way. Even if you're not in the UK and can't buy from me, I still appreciate your support. It helps to keep me going. So I've shared a little bit about my goals. Maybe you can share something that you would like to achieve in 2019. Let me know. Anyway, what do you think of the card? Celebrate 2019. Let's make 2019 a happy year. A year when we, you know, do the things that make you happy. And for me, that's crafting. So whatever I achieve as a demonstrator, I will keep crafting, because that's the main crux of it, being able to craft with you and craft with people face to face as well. It's what I love. Anyway, thank you very much for sticking with it. Please subscribe using the button below, and also hit the bell icon so that you get notified of all the exciting videos that are coming out in 2019. Thanks very much.